So good evening to all. At the outset, I would like to thank the Mythic Society and Professor Patigar and my ASA senior colleague Patil for having given me the chance to present a paper on Kadambas and their times. So when I was approached by Dr. Patigar, Professor Patigar, he asked me to present on something related to contemporary dynasty of Tamil Nadu during the time of Kadambas period. But in the morning, as said by my colleague in his inaugural address, Director of Epigraphy, I also found difficult to make presentation on that because the scanty of material we don't have in Tamil country during that period. It was considered to be the dark period of the Calabras integrum. That was other places in South India ruled over by Shalanganas, Vishnugundins and the Kadambas, and that was the period we don't have much evidences, and we are considered as the dark period of till the arrival of the Pallavas. That's why I requested my good friend Professor Patigar to change my topic, Pallavas and the migration of Brahmins. So my predecessor Dr. Satyamurthy has presented on the political impacts of the Pallavas and Kadambas. I am taking up the social aspects of that period, particularly during the time of Pallavas. It occurred almost all South Indian regions. Even the Kadambas also encouraged the Brahmin settlement in their particular regions, and the Pallavas also encouraged to the same thing in their territorial regions. So I don't have a PowerPoint, I am just going through my paper, Pallavas and migration of Brahmins. This is my revised paper. Previously I prepared for that, and now I revised this one. Migration is the movement of people from one place to another. So I consult almost all the Pallava corporations, nearly 32 they issued, and nearly 550 inscriptions so far we have in the Pallava region, the Pallava period. So I consult all the Pallava inscriptions as well as the copper plate of Pallavas issued from the time of 350 CE to up to 850 CE. So this movement is influenced by various factors such as economical, political, social and religious reasons. Human migration has been occurring since time immemorial, dating back to prehistoric times and continuing to the present day. It is a well-known fact that the Pallavas, a prominent dynasty, migrated from Andhra Pradesh and occupied the northern part of Tamil Nadu, making Contemporaries their capital. Initially, they served as subordinates to the Sadhavagna, but gradually consolidated their power and moved into Tamil territory around 550 CE. Earlier, around 350 CE, they had occupied the southern part of Andhra, as evidenced by the early copper plate charters in Prakrit language issued from Andhra Pradesh. During this period, the political situation in ancient Tamilagam was highly unstable due to the decline of the three ancient Tamil kingdoms, that is Chera, Chola and Pandya, along with the subordinate rulers. It is mentioned in the Asokan edicts also. However, around 300 CE, powerful rulers emerged in South India except in ancient Tamilagam. The Kadambas, Vishnugundins, Shalanganas and Chalukyas family held power in the respective regions. The disappearance of the three Sangam age monarchs in Tamilagam due to unknown reasons led to the rise of numerous rural chieftains in the northwestern border regions of Tamil Nadu. It is witnessed by the hero stones issued by the local bodies like the Nalambas and Banas and Muttarayas. They issued many hero stone inscriptions in the peripheral regions. We have hero stone inscriptions. Historians consider the period between 300 CE and 550 CE as an age of darkness due to political instability in Tamil country. This political turmoil enabled the Pallavas to occupy the northern part of Tamilagam and establish Kanjivaram as their capital. Although scholars debate the origins of the Pallavas, it is widely believed that they were originally Brahmins from South India, like the Vishnugundins, Shalangayanas and Kadambas. Over time, they adopted the warrior profession and become Kshatriyas, that is Brahma Kshatriyas, what the Kadambas also claimed they were the Brahma Kshatriyas. In the inscription also, the Pallavas mentioned as Brahma Kshatriyas. Bharatwaja Gotrat Pallava Kulatilagam, like that they claimed. That time Brahma Kshatriya found in some Pallava copper date charters suggest that they were Brahmins by birth. Additionally, inscriptional and copper plate records indicate that they belonged to the Bharatwaja Gotra. The Pallavas initially used Prakrit and later adopted Sanskrit as their official language, introducing a new script known as Pallava Grantha to accommodate these languages. It is derived from the southern variety of Brahmi, the Pallava Grantha. They separately adopted this in order to suit the Sanskrit language in Tamil country. This language and script were unfamiliar to the people of Tamil at the time. So we don't have the Varga Pratima in Tamil country previously. The Pallavas contributed significantly to a new form of temple architecture by using stone as a medium, replacing the perishable materials like brick, mortar and lime. They achieved this by carving and constructing numerous rock-cut and structural temples as mentioned by Satyamurthy also in his paper. During the region, the local deities worshipped during the Sangam age were gradually assimilated into the Brahmanical pantheon. It became necessary to appoint priests for daily pujas and rituals in the temples during the time of Pallavas. To fulfill this need, they appointed Brahmin priests. Moreover, it was a prevalent belief that if a ruling king patronized learned Brahmins well versed in the four Vedas, he would gain power and prosperity for himself, his kingdom and his subjects. This belief was widespread in Tamil Nadu during this period. The Pulanguruchi inscription in the southern part of Tamil Nadu of 3rd century CE, it has an astronomical date also. So the previous scholar also mentioned the astronomical date and something in the inscription of Kadambas. We have the first astronomical date we have come across in the Pulanguruchi inscription of 3rd century CE. Located in the southern part of Tamil Nadu, records the creation of a Brahmadeyam in the arid region of Sivamogga district. That is, Pudukot region is a dry area. The first Brahmin settlement we have come across in that region only in Tamil country. It is the earliest known Brahmadeyam in Tamil Nadu. The Pallavas supported all religions with special attention given to Hinduism. The social and religious changes played a crucial role in the migration of priests and learned Brahmins to Tamil Nadu, encouraged and facilitated by the state. Before the advent of the Pallavas in the Tamil region, Sangam literature contains numerous references to native Brahmins categorized as scholars, who received land grants from royalty. However, they were the scholars. They did not possess a distinct identity in society. Landowners, including ruling kings, scholars such as Brahmins and other plowers, warriors and merchants, were collectively known as Uyarndor, learned scholars. The late Sangam work, the Paditru refers to the gift of a village called Ogandor to Brahmins by the Chera king Selva Kadunga Vadiyadan. So we have some references of Brahminical settlement in Sangam period too. Additionally, the Brahmana poet Kumattur Kannanar received 500 villages as a gift from the king, while another Brahmana poet Kabilar was also granted multiple villages. These donations were primarily awarded for the scholarly contributions. However, during the Pallava era, a significant number of Brahmins migrated to the Tamil region, received royal patronage, acquired land and settled in exclusive villages known as Brahmadeyams. Formation of new Brahmadeyams. Early Pallava charters, written in both Prakrit and Sanskrit, discuss the creation of Brahmadeyams in the Telugu region. The early Pallava copper like Hiradakalli, Manjakallu, Urupalli and all other copper plates, we have the Pallava copper plate and it mentions the grants to the Brahmins. The Pallavas' original homeland during the initial place. These Brahmadeyam villages were initially granted to one or two Brahmins rather than larger groups. In the early stage, they gave only to 1 or 2%, mostly land Brahmins. Most of these Brahmins hailed from nearby areas.
The Mangalore copper plate of Simha Vishnu mentions the highest number of Brahmins receiving land in a single village, which was 8 in the early period. The Pallava king Nandivarman I, who reigned in the 5th century CE, was responsible for establishing the earliest Brahmadeyam village in the northern part of Tamil Nadu. The Udayendram copper plate, that is in the part and parcel of present Vanimadi area, that is nearby Karnataka. The Udayendram copper plate issued by Nandivarman I refers to the grant of the village Kanji Vayil, that was a Dwara to the Kanji. So that is the entrance of Kanji, that is known as Kanji Vayil in Tamil, Kanji Dwara in Sanskrit, in the copper plate. And 4 plats of forest land in the Atreya Rashtra to a Brahmin named Kula Sarman of the Kausika Gotra and the Taitreya Shanga of the Pravachana Sutra. Kanji Vayil, located in Adayar Nadu, has been identified as the present day village of Udayendram in Gudiyatham Taluka, Vellore district, where the copper plate was discovered. During Nandivarman's second reign, upon the request of his commander-in-chief Udayachandra, the adjacent villages of Kumara Mangala Vellattu and Kotra Gramam were merged, renamed Udayachandra Mangalam. The Mangalam generally, the suffix part generally denotes to the Brahminical settlement in Tamil country, and donated to 108 Brahmins of various Gotras. The names of these Brahmins and their native villages recorded in their copper plates indicate that the most of them migrated from Andhra and Karnataka region. Notably, the first colony of Andhra Brahmins in Tamil Nadu was formed at the entrance of the Pallava territory, known as Kanji Vayil or Kanji Dwara, referred to in inscription as Andhra Padat Pachimat Satya, Vadugavadi Merku in Tamil. Additionally, the village was renamed Udayachandra Mangalam, signifying its newfound status as auspicious village Mangalam. Another village, Sarukur, near Udayachandra Mangalam, was granted as a Brahmadaya village by King Skandashishya, likely a contemporary of Nandivarman II. This village was renamed Skandashishya Mangalam, and it stated a common boundary with Udayachandra Mangalam. Over time, an increasing number of Brahmins, primarily migrants from Andhra, settled in the region, leading to the formation of multiple Brahmadaya settlements. For example, Sambudradatta Chaturvedi Mangalam, a Brahmin settlement, was located south of Udayachandra Mangalam during the reign of Parandaka Chola. Kanjival was named Iganmarai Mangalam, and both Udayachandra Mangalam and Iganmarai were combined and administered by a Brahminical body known as Taba. So this period only we come across the local ruling body known as Shaba in the inscriptions. This suggests that the earliest Brahmin settlement established by Nandivarman I in the 5th century AD gradually evolved into a cluster of Brahmadaya settlements and retained special status for at least 500 years. During the early Pallava period, several Brahmadayams were created in the northern part of Tamil Nadu, known as Tondai Mandalam. Many land Brahmins from Andhra settled in these villages. Under Parameswaram I, in the 7th century AD, both temples and Brahmins received land grants in Puram. This village became the earliest Devadana Brahmadayam, that is, the land enjoyed by the temple as well as the Brahmins in Tamil Nadu, established by the Pallavas. The land was divided into 20 shares and allocated to 20 Sadrivedi Brahmins, and the village was renamed Parameswara Mangalam. Nandivarman II significantly expanded the number of Brahmadayams, not only in Tondai Mandalam but also in the Kaveri Delta, southern part of Tamil country, that is Chola region. Apart from the Udayandam settlement, he established a Brahmadaya village named Yagadira Mangalam near Kanjipuram, which he granted to an individual Brahmin, Seshapada Somayajin. The Pullu copper plates of Nandivarman II document the formation of another Brahmadaya created by merging 4 villages, Nelli, Pullur, Kudiyur and Takkaru, into a single settlement named Nayadira Mangalam, which was granted to 108 Brahmins. Similarly, the Dandantota copper plate dated 789 CE records the establishment of a Brahmadaya village called Dayamuga Mangalam for 308 Brahmins. Additionally, he donated 16 veli of land from a total of 40 veli in Talaikotranguda in certain Brahmins. The remaining 24 veli had already been owned by Brahmins in the area, which was subsequently renamed Palasatta Mangalam. During his region, Brahmins gradually settled in the Kaveri Delta region. They moved towards south. Nandivarman III continued the tradition by establishing a Brahmadeya village in the Chola region known as Kumaradi Mangalam for 24 Brahmins. This village located near Musri in Tiruchirappalli district indicates that the formation of Brahmadeya in the Chola region persisted under his successors. During the reign of Nirbhatungavarman, 2 additional Brahmadeya villages were created in Tondai Mandalam. The Chittur copper plate of Nirbhatunga, Satyamurthy sir also mentioned about the Chittur copper plate. Varman mentioned the donation of village to 54 Brahmins, which was named Prithvi Mahadevi Chaturvedi Mangalam. The Valanjeri copper plate of the same king refers to Devadana Brahmadeya lands near Tirutani, that is the abode of Lord Muruga. Brahmadeyams and their original home. The names of Brahmins mentioned in the Pallava charters typically include a Gotra name, that is, so we can divide it into 4 or 5 segments. First we have come across the Gotra name and a Sudra name, the place from which the Doni originally hailed, and the name of the Brahmin. Additionally, the proper name of the individual Brahmin was either prefixed or suffixed with titles based on his knowledge of the Vedas or Sastras. For example, Trivedi, Tuvedi, Chaturvedi, like that. Titles as Chaturvedi, Trivedi, like that we have come across in the copper plate inscriptions as well as the inscriptions. Trivedi, Sadangavi and Kramavittan, these are the titles of it shows that what they were learned. Frequently appear alongside these names. Proper names often ended with Sharman, Bhattan, that is a suffix part. We have come across the Sharma or Bhattan in Tamil. And less commonly with Datta, Budi and Kutti, these are the suffix part we have come across in the Brahmin names. Examples include Kula Sarman, Narayana Bhattan, Brahmadatta, Kumara Budi and Soni Kutti, like that we have come across in the inscription. The first part of these names often reflected those of Brahmanical deities such as Vasu, Skanda, Surya, Madhava, Vishnu, Hari, Agni, Tamodara, Rudra, Brahma, Narayana, Nandi and Nilakanta. These are the proper names they adopted from the god and goddesses names. Several locations mentioned in the charters are in Tamil Nadu, such as Attur, Aruvagur, Ayyapki, Tamanallur, Irayur, Kalanjur, Kalattur, Kinallur. These are the names of the Brahmin settlement. These places may have been occupied by Brahmins at a later stage, as they were among the earliest migrant settlers in Tamil Nadu during the Pallava period. The remaining locations are mostly in Andhra Pradesh, some of which have been identified by Sri Krishna Shastri already. He has written one beautiful article in annual report on Indian epigraphy. We have come across Krishna Shastri had dealt with this. He rightly points out that certain places mentioned in the Pallava charters are still used as family titles by some Vaishnava families in the Tanjore region. Still the people of Tanjore region, the Brahmin people of Tanjore region adopted the house names as their original village name. However, identifying all the village names listed in the charters is difficult. So I have come across nearly 88 place names of Andhra Pradesh. It's very difficult to identify. A few, however, can be traced. Abiti is now known as Appikatla in Bellary district. Gangapura is a Palna taluk of Guntur district, Gudu district, and Ilakkanduru may correspond to Ganturu in Andhra Pradesh. Other identified locations in Guntur district include Gunturu, Karambichedu. Karambichedu we come across very often in the inscriptions of the Pallavas, and Kiranji also we have, which is now called Kaza in Andhra Pradesh. The village Kuravasi may correspond to Kurasuru in Andhra Pradesh. Other villages in Guntur district include Nambur, Nittalaparu, Pinukipparu, Papuru, Urupittur and Vangipura. It is significant to note that many of these migrants originally came from Guntur district. In general, the causes of migrations. In general, human migration is influenced by multiple factors, including physical, political, socio-economic and religious conditions. The Pallavas' arrival in Tamil Nadu facilitated the migration of a large number of Brahmins from Andhra. The Pallava charters indicate that a prince, his subordinate or his commander either requested the king or that the king himself expressed a desire to donate land to Brahmins. It was widely believed that such donations would bring prosperity to the king and his subjects while strengthening his rule. Consequently, the Pallava charters emphasized that granting land to poor and virtuous Brahmins was the highest form of donations. The early Pallavas performed several Vedic sacrifices such as Aswamedha, Agnistomba, and Rajavelu, which required qualified priestly Brahmins. As a result, they invited Brahmins, granted them land, and exempted them from taxes to encourage settlement. During this period, folk worship declined, giving way to Brahminical ritual worship. So previously we have come across the folk worship in Tamil country attested in the Sangam literature, that is fivefold of Thenai Kadambas we have, like Murugan, Kottravai, like that. It is converted into Brahminical concept during this period. So Brahminical ritual worship increasing during this period. The demand for Brahmin priests in temples, they constructed many rock cut temples and structural temples during that period. It is necessary the Brahmin priests are most wanted. The construction of agamic temples by Pallava kings in Tamil Nadu also required more Brahmins. For instance, Parameshwara Varman first built a temple at Puram and donated land to 20 land Brahmins who were mainly engaged in temple activities. The initial Brahmin settlements were often established along border areas, suggesting a political motive behind their placement. For example, Nandivarman first created a Brahmin settlement at the entrance of Kanjipuram, that is Kanjidwara, known as Kanjivail or Kanjidwara in Mel Adair Nadu, that is Udayandra Manimbadi region, nearby Andhra and Karnataka border, located along Vadugavadi Merku. Many subsequent settlements in this area indicate that these Brahmins played a role in consolidating newly acquired territories in Contemporaries. As religious figures, they external moral influence over the local population, ensuring loyalty to the king. Their high special status provided them with protection from external attacks also, and their settlements effectively acted as natural barriers for the kingdom. Generally, the enemy also won't affect them. The establishment of numerous Brahminical settlements continued during the region of Nandivarman II Pallava Malla and Nirbadangavarman. Nandivarman II ascended the Pallava throne despite opposition. The Western Chalukyas and Pandyas resisted his rule, causing instability. However, he managed to overcome these threats with the help of his commander, Uday Chandra. To commemorate this achievement, Uday Chandra requested the king to establish a Brahmadaya. As a result, many Brahmadayams were created in the Kaveri during his long region. Just 5 minutes I will finish. Religious conditions in the 4th century CE also contribute to Brahmin migrations from Andhra. The Ikshvaka dynasty, which ruled Andhra at the time, patronized Buddhism, leading to the establishment of numerous Buddhist schools. Brahmin Buddhist centers such as Nagarjunakonda and Amaravati flourished, possibly prompting Brahmins to migrate to Tamil Nadu, where the Pallavas had established a powerful Orthodox Hindu kingdom. The migration of Brahmin from Andhra to Tamil Nadu brought significant social and economic changes. Brahmins became dominant in society, with many acquiring large tracts of land, under which agricultural laborers, Urugudigal, worked in Brahmadaya settlements. The creation of these Brahmadayams led to a large-scale land controlled by Brahmins, elevating their social status and giving rise to a feudal system that continued into the Chola period. The agrarian economy also changed due to these settlements. While Brahmins were exempt from the government taxes, peasants faced a heavy tax burden. Another major impact of the migration was the contribution of Brahmins to education and Brahminical religion. Vedic rituals became more widespread, replacing earlier folk religious beliefs and with Brahminic worship practices. Additionally, the migration introduced Sanskrit and the Grantha script to Tamil Nadu. In village administration, Brahmins assembled sabhas, gained dominance, while a temple administration, groups of Brahmins became highly influential. The arrival of Brahmins ultimately transformed Tamil society, leading to the disappearance to the pre-Pallava social structure and the establishment of the Vaishnava system in Tamil Nadu. This is my paper. So nearly I have come across 46 Gotra names of the Pallavas from the Andhra country to Tamil Nadu, of which the Bharatwaja Gotra names are high. Nearly 53 we have. Then Kashyapa Gotra, it is 53. Bharatwaja Gotra we have 95 persons we have Bharatwaja Gotra, and Kashyapa Gotra 53, and Vatsa Gotra 41. Atreya Gotra is in 4th place. Probably Bharatwaja Gotra, they claimed, even Pallava claimed the Bharatwaja, they came from Bharatwaja Gotra. That's why they gave importance to Bharatwaja Gotra people to settle in Tamil country. And we have nearly 80 88 places from Andhra. Some of them I have identified, but remaining I have to do that. So the Pallavas has nearly 51 Brahmadeyas. So up to from 350 CE to 850 CE, we have nearly 51 Brahmadeyas in the territorial region of Tamil Nadu, in Contemporaries as well as in the Chola region. From 5th century to 9th century, 51 Brahmadeyas we have come across. Then Chola period, we have nearly 450 Brahmadeyams. Then it was increased. The following villages were either nearly created or conventional into Brahmadeyam villages administered by local bodies known as Sabha. So the Sabha is also very much they control over the village administration. Yes, sir, consisting of Brahmins. The list of Brahmadeyams from the Pallavas period is listed below. Also I have given in my paper nearly 51. Totally it comes 51 up to 5th century, 5th century to 900. So from early period up to 500, we have only one Brahmadeyam. 501 to 600, we don't have any Brahmadeyams at all. Then 601 to 703, we have 701, 700 to CE to 800 CE, we have 14. 800 to 900, we have 24. That is the highest number. That is 800 to 900. That's the end of Pallava period we have. Then 901 to up to the decline of the Pallava period, 9 we have. Totally we have 51 Brahmadeyams in the Tamil country under the Pallava rule. Thank you very much for giving me the chance to present a paper on Pallavas and the migration of Brahmins.